Gotta show off the pink Nintendo, too.
Oh, so beautiful. So, yeah, we'll just add this in later. I guess in like a...
This could just be the start of the episode.
Okay.
So how long did that take to make?
You really want to know?
Yeah.
It took at least 20 hours of work.
Really?
You'd be surprised.
My God.
I did this before GC Relink was a thing. And basically, every single one... Originally how it works is there is the kanji... Well, there's a couple... There's actually only one kanji. But there is the hiragana for Dobusu no Mori. Minus Mori, because that's the kanji. And...
Because it looks like a forest.
Right. Which is awesome.
Yeah.
But basically, to do that title screen, I had to reverse engineer. If you really want to know how long it took, it required me to reverse engineer the model format completely so I could understand how to resize textures and make, because it doesn't fit. The original Dobusu no Mori was a lot shorter, the texture for it. So I had to increase the polygon size downwards so I could fit the full width texture on the, because that's actually a 3D model, if you didn't know.
Yeah, I remember you saying that in the Discord.
Yeah, that's a 3D model. So I had to figure out how to resize the vertices downwards. So I had to reverse the entire 3D model format. I had to write software to convert bitmap images or PNGs or whatever to the N64 format. And I had to reverse engineer how the title screen worked, just to be able to edit it.
You didn't give me Nookingtons.
Okay, well, we can fix that in a minute.
Okay, sorry.
If you really want, it's fine. Basically, the whole point, the whole thing I'm getting at here is, it took me in development time well over 100 hours to get to that point.
My God.
Because none of this was documented before I went into the code. It was a long time.
Yeah,
but
it sounds like it.
Actual conversion time, maybe 5 hours of work.
Man.
I know. Bathhouse floor is the other one. Yeah, there's the Japanese wall. Very Japanese.
Yeah, looks like crap.
It's like the basement. It's like a dark dungeon.
Why would you want that?
This is, who is the one that had the dungeon you were talking about? Before?
I just said the basement looked like a dungeon.
No, you were talking about, like, before you even started recording.
Pearl.
Pearl's dead. That was Pearl's dungeon's texture.
So, did you say that you could put wallpaper up on this now?
You cannot.
Oh, you still can't?
You cannot.
That's stupid. I thought you were saying that they gave you the ability to in this version.
No, that was a Wild World thing.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a shame.
That's one thing Wild World has on this version. One. Yeah, but those are the only other two new things they added, was the Japanese floor and wall and the bathhouse floor and wall. I think the bathhouse looks pretty cool. It's got like the islands in the background, and it's like you're in this little like hot spring with the Japanese mountains in the background and the clouds above it. It's kind of serene in a way.
Couldn't even fix the tiles.
What's wrong with that? Oh, you mean they're broken? Yeah. Hey, don't hate on them. They were trying to make it look like a typical Japanese hot spring that's partially run down.
Yes. And apparently a typical Japanese house that's run down.
Yes, in the basement.
I was talking about the Japanese
wallpaper. I just realized that after you said it. Alright,
Oh, come on!
One more day for your golden shovel. Okay, let's see.
Golden
what
shovel
else?
is freaking worthless in this game anyway.
Oh, the island. That's right, the island. Yes, it is worthless. It actually, you can dig up stuff. You can dig up the 100 bells and that's it.
Yeah, you'll just randomly get 100 bells whenever you're digging holes.
I think if you have money luck, it gives you 1,000 bells.
That might not be terrible then. Wait, did one of my coconuts die?
No, you would see the dead sapling. There's the coconut tree right there.
Yeah, but put the other one like right here.
I wonder if it deleted it for some reason. I didn't touch it.
Don't lie to me.
I didn't touch it. So let's see what else is new in E+. Okay, Here's another new feature that not many people know about. Villagers got a favorite and hated clothing type in this game. So in later games, you'll know, especially City Folk, I think it was especially prominent, is villagers like a specific type of clothing, like funky, cool, cute, eccentric, stuff like that. That was implemented first in this game. And there are times where villagers will comment on your clothes and tell you whether or not they hate it or love it based on what their preferences are. That is an entirely unique thing in this game. Also in this game were a ton of new dialogue branches that can be based on things like what type of house state you have, what type of Nook's shop upgrade you have, whether or not you have the island.
So it makes it feel. It basically makes the town feel like it's actually lived in.
Right, they're looking at your state of development in the game, and they are responding differently based on what it is. It's amazing. It's beautiful. And this is what I wanted to talk about. I think we were talking about this before recording. Is the villager conversations first? The eavesdropping conversations first made their appearance in this game, and oh my god, are some of those dialogues absolutely hilarious?
Yeah,
I love that they added them.
It's the thing I was telling you about before with the atomic rod pinch. That was actually an eavesdrop conversation in Wild World.
The eavesdrops conversations make absolutely no sense, but they're always so funny. I can't begin to explain how much just charm this game gets just by that one update. If that was the only thing they added in E+, I would be perfectly fine with it, because it just adds so much, like liveliness to the game. It feels like the villagers care about each other. They have their own little interpersonal relationships, because the conversation type is dependent upon each villager's friendship with another villager, which actually does exist in Animal Crossing, but you just don't know it.
Yeah, it seems like it does.
But it's more noticeable in E+ when they talk to each other.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're on the island now. We have something cool to show off.
There's a dead bird.
A dead bird is washed up on the shore. Oh, it's not translated. I'm sorry. I haven't gotten to her yet. This is actually Madam Rosa, but her name doesn't fit, so you'll have to settle for Miss Rosa.
Well, you know Japanese, so why don't you translate?
It's just basically like, I'm not ready to get up, basically is what it says.
5 more minutes.
Just keep talking to her, she'll get up.
Yeah, I know.
She's going to say basically the same thing over and over again, and I think it's, 3 ones, and she gets up.
Sup.
So we probably shouldn't have picked Madam Rosa, because I'm pretty sure she's a snooty personality, and that's like the only one I haven't done yet.
Sweet.
So I'm not going...
Wish I had that warning before this.
I forgot. But whatever, we're here. So she's just talking about how she got to the island right here. It's nothing. She's like, it's 11 p.m. already. I am not going to try and read that right now.
Okay.
Trust me. Just... Alright, you saw her. Yeah. None of this is going to be translated because she's snooty. Okay, so basically now that she's awake, her house will spawn the next time you come to the island. So if you leave the island and come back, she will have a house. And that will be your permanent islander until you scan another e-card.
Okay.
Or insert it with ACSE. Whatever your choice may be.
So, what else is there to do after this? Like, after we come see her house?
She can play games with you. She can comment on things. She can give you special furniture. I think there's the Islander set, which is like a bunch of different furniture. And there's a unique thing for Islanders. This was present in Animal Crossing, and I think Dobutsu no Mori Plus as well. But the Islanders can actually take furniture you give them and put it in their house, like later games. Because if you know... That
wasn't in the original?
It was in Animal Crossing, but it was not in the N64, obviously. But,
well, yeah.
But it's not... But like regular villagers cannot take your furniture. But Islanders... They can put your furniture you give them into their house. Because if you remember from Animal Crossing, an Islander's house usually has one item in it, and that's it to start with.
Yeah.
It's pretty empty. And if you keep talking to them, eventually they will take items from you. And the way they do it is quite bizarre. The game actually stores the items that you give them in their letters but you can't
What?
send islanders letters. So it uses the letter space as a place to store the furniture for their house.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. If you go to the post office, you'll see you can't send one to her.
Yeah.
Which is...
I mean,
makes sense. I mean, I don't know how Pete's going to find his way to the island when apparently the only person that can is Captain. Okay, so here you go. You can tell you can let people go to and from your island at that dialogue.
I saw this whenever we went there before. I just didn't say anything about it.
Right, we were talking about something else at the time.
Yeah. So I have to leave and come back.
Right. You should also talk to the wishing well when you get back, because there's some pretty funny
I'll just do it
Easter.
now.
Oh, there's some pretty funny Easter eggs when you ask about how the town is.
What errand have you at the wishing well of New Ho? About town?
Yeah.
In areas where there's very little green, a feeling of despair overshadows all else.
You have to get a satisfactory town before it'll say the funny things. Apparently, so I guess we can't show that off right at the moment. We'll have to wait until we get Nookingtons.
Right, well,
there's a lot of stuff in this game.
Yeah. So if I don't cut down that one episode, this one would be episode 4. So we'd have one more episode after this. Unless you want to keep going.
We're only 11 minutes in, so we could technically pause the recording and then fix that, and then come back.
Yeah. I mean, I calculated it out a little bit wrong whenever I was doing my initial calculations for the number of episodes. So I need maybe like 1 or 2 extra episodes. So I was planning on doing like maybe 1 episode on Dobutsu no Mori and 1 episode on Dobutsu no Mori Plus, but there's really no point because it's kind of redundant.
Yeah, Dobutsu no Mori doesn't have anything Dobutsu no Mori Plus doesn't have. So if you would do an extra episode, it should be on Dobutsu no Mori Plus. But the only differences in Dobutsu no Mori Plus are the wishing well having being the shrine, and then some villagers have different textures, and some special NPCs have different textures. That's it. It's literally just worse.
My point was that it's redundant to do. So like, if you wanted to, we could do like maybe 1 or 2 more episodes of this instead. Just if you have
I
more
could
stuff
definitely
to
drag it out to 1 or 2 more episodes, but there's not a whole lot left to talk about. The only things that I can think to talk about that they add in this game are the extra quests, the villager quests. I haven't discussed what the new villager quests are. Other than that, there isn't a whole lot that's not super, super technical and would be kind of boring, I think, to talk about.
You lied to... Wait! She was up on the sign!
Oh, that's a glitch that happens in Animal Crossing. I guess you have to go to the next day. I'm sorry. I guess it's technically the next day.
I don't want to listen to Captain again.
Then just reset and just listen to... You have to show off that Resetti dialogue anyway.
Oh, there's a crab.
Hey, get the crab! There, now you have to listen to Captain because you have to go donate this crab for the dialogue.
I caught a crab. I'd shake your hand, but... Really?
Don't! Are you judging what I put?
There's another crab. Wait, I got that. That was BS.
No, he disappeared the second you got him. Hey, you got a fishing rod. You can try and get the pufferfish.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
The pufferfish and the blue marlin. You'll know when you... That's a seahorse, I think.
It's small, so...
Seahorse is new, though. Seahorse is new. Yeah, Seahorse wasn't in Animal Crossing. It's new to E+.
I'll go put some stuff down.
Yeah, it's your cabana. You own this. Just you. No one else can touch this anymore.
I'm gonna throw this crap on the floor.
Just drop it all. Nobody wants the Japanese floor and Japanese wall and paper lantern and fossil.
I always thought it was cool how they had 3D models inside the house.
I know. I wish they had 3D models outside the house.
Because, like, look at that fossil. Look at this stuff. It's all 3D.
I know. It looks so good, right?
I think this is the only game that did that. In, what's it called? Wild World.
Really? Oh.
It was like all of your tools on the overworld had like were in a chest, but inside the house, they had their own sprite.
The chest isn't used in this game, but it was used in the N64 version, which is where Wild World got it, and that leads into the perfect segue into talking about Animal Crossing 2 and the site. That's going to allow me to extend the time of this episode, so we can maybe have another one with what's left. Animal Crossing 2, we talked about it briefly earlier, but basically what it is Nintendo wanted to bring E+'s features to the West, but they weren't sure how to go about it. They weren't sure whether or not they should just make it Animal Crossing 2 literally and just bring it back and do what they did with Animal Crossing and localize it, or if they should make a whole new game. So what Animal Crossing 2 started out as is E+, but on the DS. It literally, there are screenshots of it, and I will show you later if you haven't seen them, but I've posted them in the Discord several times.
I would like to play that.
It doesn't exist, unfortunately.
I know.
At least as far as I'm aware. I would absolutely prefer that over Wild World. But basically what it was is, it was Animal Force E+, with multiplayer built in, like full multiplayer, and you could play it on the DS.
What, like Wild World?
Like it had the same textures. No, yeah, like Wild World multiplayer, but like with the Animal Crossing GameCube textures. But it was E+, so it had all the features of E+. In Animal Crossing,
GameCube textures probably looked better.
With GameCube textures, yeah, they did. And without the stupid log world. I know I was going to offend some of you because you love the log world, but I absolutely despise the log world.
I mean, I could take it or leave it.
I don't think it wasn't worth it. But basically, it was Animal Crossing with the E+ features. Yeah, it's a little bit harder in E+. They made the fishing a bit harder. If you couldn't tell.
Yeah, I failed to catch 2 fish. It's making me feel really inadequate.
It's all right. You just have to be ready for it. But yeah, so Animal Crossing 2 was Wild World, but it started out being its own game that they were going to show off. They were originally making it for the GameCube, but then the DS came out, and Nintendo told Nintendo EAD Japan to work on it as a standalone game for the DS. So then they converted it to work on the DS, but with the GameCube textures and basically being E+, but like with multiplayer. But then Nintendo was like, no.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but did you see that whole thing that just happened?
With the crab?
Yeah, she was like
she was standing like on the crab.
She was staring over here at first, and like I didn't know what she was looking at because she was looking down. I walked closer, and the crab kind of materialized and then ran over to her. I left for a second, then came back to be like, "Wait, what was that?" And she was just standing on the crab.
Yeah, I saw that. It was bizarre. The crabs in this game are an afterthought in a way.
Yeah. Oh, come on,
dude. All right, well, it's fine. We can just continue the discussion.
All right, go ahead.
So, where I was at was basically Nintendo Japan said they didn't like that Animal Force E+, which became Animal Crossing 2, looked the same as the previous game because they had already had
an enhanced port. What do you expect?
They had already had 4 iterations of the same game. So they said change it and make it unique, and that's where we got the log world from, and that's why Wild World is worse, in my opinion, than Animal Force E+, is because they had to remove some features because the log world was so graphically demanding, in a way.
Yeah.
Like it let them cull a little bit easier. They could cull the things that weren't visible on the screen. Oh, let's show off the party popper then. show them. This is a new feature. Huzzah!
I just used Isabel's forward smash.
Yeah, that's where it came from.
Yeah.
Most people don't know that.
It's in later games, but this was apparently whenever it was introduced.
Yeah.
How do you get it?
Basically, he sells it during the Christmas season.
Okay.
Or New Year, or maybe it's after Christmas for New Year's, but it's in that season.
That would make sense. All right, go on.
But basically, yeah, that's it. So Nintendo said, make it different, and they had to oblige, so they turned Wild World into Wild World. It was Animal Crossing 2, but it became Wild World. And that is why we are now left with a subpar game, in my opinion. I think Wild World is probably the worst game in the series, objectively.
Sadly, it's probably the one I played the most as a kid.
Same. I think I played Wild World more than I played Animal Crossing or City Folk.
Yeah.
But I think
City Folk is just Wild World, but better in every way.
Better. I think, except for dialogue, it's worse than dialogue. Because that's when Nintendo had to start toning it down.
That was when it got less fun.
Right. I think Wild World is a charming game,
Yeah.
but I think it's objectively the worst Animal Crossing game.
Every Animal Crossing game is charm. Even freaking Amiibo Festival has charm. It's just not a good game.
Yeah. I mean, it's just that Wild World didn't innovate on top of E+, but it was innovative for non-Japanese players
Yeah.
who didn't experience E+.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really just a downgrade in all ways, except for maybe, like, the flower system, which was awesome at the time, but, like,
Yeah.
City Folk did it better because it was higher resolution on the Wii.
Wii.
So
I got
yeah.
a bunch of coconuts. I'm gonna try to get the coconut crab.
I've never seen that, so please do. I don't know. I'm going to actually look it up. I don't know if anyone has ever gotten it.
So it just randomly shows up when you shake a coconut tree.
I mean, I'm sure people have gotten it, but what I mean by that is I think you shake... If there's no insect in the acre that you can see, I think if you shake the coconut tree, it'll spawn.
Okay.
Yeah, the coconut crab is a type of nocturnal insect that only appears in Animal Forest E+. It is a final member of the crab family and the rarest of the three crabs. It appears inside of trees and must be shaken out. They do not occur on the island's coconut trees, only those in the village, that's correct. And when shaken, it falls out with a cartoony plonk onto its back, where it flips over and attempts to escape the player, albeit very slowly. The coconut palms do not require fruit on their branches to contain the insect. It is the only bug that can be shaken out of a fruit-bearing tree.
Okay, so it doesn't need to have the fruit on it.
Right.
Okay.
It's actually not that big. Wow, it's a lot smaller than it should be. It's like maybe half the size of a player, like lengthwise.
I'm just going to be planting some more coconuts, so if you have anything else you want to talk about.
Well, the only thing that I can think of to talk about is... I'm trying to think of all the new features in E+, if there's anything I've forgotten. I mean, the one thing I was going to say for the next episode is the new villager quest system.
Yeah.
We could talk a little bit about chores. Chores is different. I know we went through that, like, what, 4 episodes ago now? 3 episodes ago?
What, Nook's chores? Yeah, they got rid of a step, didn't they?
That's correct. They did get rid of a step. You no longer have to go and do a request for a villager, because you can no longer request chores or tasks from villagers.
Yeah, you can only talk to them.
Right, and that's a jumping point into why the quest system is different in E+. They added it so that basically you can take instead of the items that you could take before, you can take presents to other villagers, and that's like a full-on quest that will just randomly appear when you talk to a villager. It'll be like, hey, I have a gift for X villager, can you take it to them? And
another thing that was added in later games.
Right, and then on top of that, this game also has the first iteration of the feedback system, where you will take them, say, clothes or something like that, and you'll watch the other villager put it on, and then you'll go back and talk to the villager that requested you take it, and they'll say, hey, what did X think about the gift I gave them? And then you can give them the gist of what they thought, and you can lie to them too in this game.
This game was basically just a test for the rest of the series.
This game is their like true definitive like love letter to the Animal Crossing series. It has everything.
This is what they wanted the original game to be.
Right, they just didn't have the space or the time for it, unfortunately. But it might be a little bit rough, but it is most definitely, in my opinion, the best Animal Crossing game that they've ever made. By far.
Yeah, I can see that. Alright, so this is the crab dialogue, so... No need to take it out.
Yeah, you can skip this. This is just the same text that he says every time. It's one thing that I'm not sad is gone.
Yeah, I also hate that you can't speed it up.
I thought about changing that.
Many crabs live in holes they dig on the beach. Helps them evade predators, what? They use their claws as a weapon for defense. While relatively weak, a pinch would still hurt. Oh, that reminds me. Have you ever seen a crab's eyes? I feel like they're staring into my soul. But I digress. Okay. I mean,
that's
staring into your soul, huh?
Because they're like black
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. Have you seen Mr. Krabs
no.
from SpongeBob?
Yeah, I know. I'm messing with you.
Come on, man. Yeah, do not read the sign.
Oh, really? The signs are broken?
If you read the sign with the, I mentioned that earlier briefly, but if you read the sign that you've donated to,
Oh, I
it
thought
will actually.
my brain's stupid. I was thinking of later games where you can read the sign like outside of the museum.
No, I'm literally talking about if you read the donation sign, the game will crash.
Well, that could
You
be a
can
good
read
way
the
to
signs
end. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the end it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you could read the signs that don't have anything donated to them, like, but if you read signs that have donations, it will crash.
Is that supposed to be the hermit crab right there?
That is the hermit crab. Yes,
It's not moving though.
it's dead.
Yeah. Oh, there's a normal crab.
They're both dead.
Well, no, he's moving a little bit. There
Is he? I can't. Oh, there it goes. He dug. He dug a hole.
Yep.
Oh, that's so cute. I didn't know they could do that.
Whenever she was standing on him, like, he dug a hole to get away from her, and then she moved, and he was...
Freaking out.
Yeah.
I didn't see that because it's a little bit low quality. Can't deny that.
Yeah.
But yeah. I guess, do you want to put Nookington's in? And I think Timmy and Tommy's dialogue might be untranslated. I don't remember.
Alright, well, let's do Nookington's now, and then I'll, like, advance a few days to get the,
Cool.
the fruit trees.
Alright, then we can just pause the video, I suppose, pause the recording. I've got to go take care of something really quickly on the other room.
Alright, we'll be right back, and I get to use my technical difficulties music again, which is just the Resetti theme.
Alright, use the Reset Center theme. It has a custom music sound.
Send it to me.
Alright, I'll send it to you. BRB.
Alright, be right back.
The dab flavor text for catching it is amazing.
What does he say?
It says I call it dab. Something along the lines of I won't dab on you or something like that.
Oh dear God, why would you do that?
Because they're supposed to be bad.
Yeah, I feel dirty.
I know it's bad, but they're all supposed to be bad.
Oh yeah, I don't have a shovel anymore.
You can get your golden shovel.
Yeah, I know, but I don't have any space.
Equip your net.
Yeah, but then I can't shake the tree.
Shake the tree, then equip your net, then pick it up. Come on, use your brain.
What is with these 5D chess strats you got me going on? The one and only golden tool. The one and only golden tool I'm gonna get.
Right.
Yes, I got the golden shovel. What do I dig up with this?
Money.
Yeah. Randomly 100 bells. Also, it's weird that the golden shovel is only half gold. Like, they couldn't afford the full gold on the shovel.
I think that it's supposed to be like, oh, it's just a gold-coated shovel, and you've worn off the gold on the tip. I don't know.
I haven't even used it. Also, it grew
I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
It grew on a tree.
I mean, your golden shovels don't grow on trees?
You have a golden shovel? Oh wait, we can actually... Oh no, wait, we don't need to do that anymore, because we already did that in the last episode.
Do what?
I was gonna say we get the actual music in the shop now, because we don't have the bell sound.
Yeah, we didn't get it last episode.
Was it last episode or was the episode before?
I think it was last episode.
But I mean, I could just put it in post.
Right.
Oh, look at all this stuff.
I'm pretty sure Timmy and Tommy's dialogue aren't translated. Oh, they are!
Liar. Good evening. This is the second floor. Is home of furniture and clothing depart. I like how they look so tired.
I know. It's really cute, and they have different night pajamas, I guess. I was gonna say nightgowns, but
Very slightly, but yeah.
they're differently colored. It's unique.
How may we help you? I'm good.
Oh.
Just a lot of...
There it goes. I was pretty sure it wasn't fully translated.
Okay.
Oh. They were so tired they forgot how to speak English.
Freaking multilingual Tanuki. Okay, let's go crabbing. Like we're on the deadliest catch or whatever.
Yeah, we're in the sea.
I mean...
That'll give me a chance.
Okay.
I mean, we're not on the... I was going to say that gives me the chance to talk about the different chores that they added in this game. The quests, not the chores, the quests.
Yeah.
I guess drop your shovel. Like, swap it with the...
Yeah.
You can put your shovel in the letter.
On the letters.
You can't put fish... Or apparently you can't put living creatures in the letters, is what it says.
Wait, can you actually do that now?
No, it says you can't.
I'm saying...
it says you can't.
I'm saying I thought you could only put presents onto blue letters.
No, you could always do that.
Huh. I don't see anything. I failed you. I quit.
Well, try the other.
No.
You could try the other. There was another.
No.
But you might have scared it away!
What do you mean?
There were 2 trees in that acre. There were 2 coconut trees in that acre.
I think there's more than 2.
You just have to keep trying to shake all of them.
If I leave the acre, won't it reset this?
If you go more than half an acre away in the next acre, yes, it will reset it.
Okay, so I could just keep... Oh, that one died.
So you can go across the bridge, and they're probably reset now.
Yeah, but there's more over here. That one died too.
Well, they're only generated when you get when you enter the acres, so...
Yeah. There's nothing.
They'll spawn eventually, probably.
No, it won't. This is all for nothing.
Well, you might be at the wrong time because I'm not really sure when they spawn. Apparently, they spawn 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. Yeah, I know you're within that time.
Yeah, it's freaking 12.
I mean, I can't trust the wiki, dude. The fandom is almost always wrong. Also, I have no idea what their rarity is.
Yeah, it's probably super rare. For a second, I thought that was it, but it was a leaf.
It says that they're scarce with a 4-star rarity rating, which I don't know what that means in this. So you might have to go check it a few times before you finally get it.
That's funny.
If you can't get it, it's okay.
Anyway, the new jobs.
Yeah. So basically, in E+, they added the delivery job, like I said. They also added a delivery job where the context is your villager that you're talking to and the other villager got into a fight, and you have to bring the other one a makeup gift. So that's the present. That's like furniture delivery quest. So that's one of the new ones. Then they also added fetch a fish and insect, specific fish and insect quest. So they might ask you to fetch a string fish if it's the winner.
That wasn't in the original?
No, they could ask you to catch any fish or any insect, but it was now a specific one.
Huh.
Then they also added you the ability for you to get them a specific item, and then there's a variant of that where they can ask you to get a specific item that is currently present in Nook's store, which never returned, by the way.
Yeah,
that's an E+ exclusive.
That sounds new to me.
They might ask you, say, hey, can you go get me a cement mixer? And then if you go to Nook's store, he might have a cement mixer.
All right.
And then they added the sickness.
Do they at least
quest.
give you more bells than you would have spent?
Sometimes. It's actually... they give you furniture, usually, as the gift.
Oh.
And then there's the sick quest, as I mentioned earlier. And the final quest is they added lost and found items in this game. It's the only game that has true lost and found items, other than the stupid, like,
Pokemon
lost item.
Pikachu.
Yeah, well, no. Those weren't lost.
Oh.
They were
Are you talking about like the lost gloves and whatever in New Leaf?
yeah. These are actually items. Like you will talk to a villager and they'll say, "Hey, player, I lost my gyroid walking around town. Can you look for it for me? And if you see it, can you bring it back?" And then after that, if you're walking around town, somewhere in your town, there will be a lost item that will spawn in an acre. And once you find that item, you can pick it up. It will say lost item. And if you bring it back to them, then they will give you a reward. And they aren't just like, mittens or anything like that. They are actual items that you could own, like the player could own.
But can you actually steal them?
No, you can't steal them.
Yeah.
But they have generic names. Like it'll say furniture, gyroid, wallpaper, carpet, pinwheel, fan, stuff like that. But it just gives you a generic name, but with the correct sprite. They can lose tools. They can lose their fishing rod, their net. It's just more accurate. Also, you might be in the wrong season. I think you might need to be in summer for them to spawn.
But it'd be great to know this beforehand.
It's June to September, according to the wiki. I didn't see that until just now, so I'm sorry.
All right, let's go see the friggin' house, and then the
donation text.
What? Oh yeah, we'll go see the house, and then I guess tomorrow we can do the donation text and the
Try to actually find it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it said year round because both the other crabs I'm pretty sure are year round.
Yeah.
But I just missed it.
It doesn't matter.
The time is correct, but
yeah. But we get to listen to Captain again.
Beautiful Captain. Oh, you have to reset here though.
Yeah, I know.
So we can get the unique Resetti dialogue.
That's why I'm only going to reset, or I'm only going to listen to Captain once.
Yeah, and reset on the island.
Yeah. Where I turn into somebody instead of a gyroid.
Oh God. That'd be a really creepy pasta.
Yeah.
We need to make a fake Brutus. You know what that is, right?
It sounds familiar.
It's the rumor that there was some guy that would like delete your save file, like a specific villager. He would come like at random times. It was like it was like during the early days of the internet where people would make up these really obscure, like definitely not real things.
Like Mew under the truck.
Yeah, or like Luigi in Super Mario 64, like L is real or whatever.
Yeah.
That like those types of things. And Brutus was the Animal Crossing one. He would like delete your save file and
why would they put that in the game?
He was supposedly a bulldog, and he was like a black and purple bulldog that would delete your game and like be mean to you and chase you down. Let's
Weird.
talk.
Ah!
I don't know.
Okay. Oh my God, move. Oh my God, come on.
There you go.
Good God.
She should have just one item in her house.
Okay.
It's a Master Sword.
She's just got the Master Sword.
You can give her more furniture.
That's totally the Ocarina of Time model, by the way.
I know, it actually might be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Yeah, you can give her more furniture, but it's a unique dialogue.
I don't have any furniture.
Reset then.
Nailed it.
Oh, you got the button combination down.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not sure if it's this. It's either this dialogue or the next dialogue. So I would just load into Resetti, and if it's not, I would just reset again.
We'll get this dialogue, and then we'll end the episode.
Yeah, that's about right.
Or we'll get the new dialogue, I should say.
Right. It'll be a good point to end it. I think the dialogue is one of the highlights of E+. I hope you enjoy your time in Nuho.
Got a problem with that?
No.
Is it? Yeah, is it all the new dialogue?
This is it.
Okay. So should I be reading it or?
You mash it. Just mash.
Oh, because it's not letting me advance the text.
You can read it after this point.
Yeah.
Okay, you can start reading it now.
Gah! How impatient can you be? You know how many times you interrupted me, huh? Yeah, of course you don't know. Over 10 times. What?
Just
10. Garcon, are you even listening? You better stop pressing buttons, okay? You think I'm just gonna let it go? You only need to press a button once, but you pressed buttons 265 times. Okay, calm down, Sonny. I'm getting tired. I'll let you off the hook this time. You better not reset again, Garcon. I won't be playing Mr. Nice Mole next time. Oh, one more thing. Cut your scraggly hair. What hair?
I don't know, but I love that dialogue. It's so good.
Was that unique?
It is absolutely unique. There was no way to detect the amount of button presses in a given time span in Animal Crossing.
Interesting. Alright.
I made that dialogue. I know it was unique.
I don't think it was.
I don't know. Why don't you go play Animal Crossing and find out?
I don't think it was unique. I don't think you made it.
Who to believe?
Alright. See you next time.
Yep.